and welcome to the latest of my macrame tutorials. This one is for a Christmas decoration. All we're going to be using today is the cord. I don't need any dowels or beads or wooden rings or anything, because I'm going to show you how to make a little Christmas wreath just by using the cord. This cord I've got here is one of the new releases from Bobbiny. It's a 3mm 3-ply metallic twist, and this one is the copper. So if I just find the end, which is always a bit tricky with these, you have to go around and you have to look for where the cord goes underneath the other cords. Okay, can't find it obviously, so another thing I do is just take one of the cords off like that, and then eventually you'll find, there we go, you'll find the end. Okay, so as you can see, this is the metallic 3-ply, so that means that it's got 3 strands of cord that have then been twisted to make the one cord, and particularly these metallic colours are just fab, especially for with Christmas coming up. Then you can make your own Christmas decorations, which is what I'm going to show you how to do now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a cord that is 75 centimetres in length, okay, and then that is going to become the holding cords for the little wreath. Okay, so if you cut a 75 centimetre length now, and then I'll show you how we're going to carry on. Okay, so I've cut my first cord, and I'm going to make sure that the ends meet, so I'm working with an equal distance. So I've got my loop end there, but I'm not actually going to do anything with my loop end other than just pin it to my cork board. Okay, because this is going to be the loop where you can hang the wreath from. Okay, that's why it's always good to either use a cork board or a clipboard where you can then clip this too, so this stays secure. So that's going to become the loop. I'm then going to cut another cord which is going to be 2 meters long, because this is the working cord. Okay, so this is 2 meters, and obviously because it's the working cord, this one uses more, okay, whereas the holding cords doesn't actually do anything, so that will always stay the same length. Okay, so again, once you've cut it, make sure you're working with an equal length, so make your ends meet, go to the other end, and you've got your loop. But this time I'm going to hold the loop, hold the centre, sorry, and I'm going to put it behind the holding cord. But if you can see, I've left enough there because that is going to be the loop for the hanging part of the wreath. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to make a continuous line of half square knots, which is a spiral knot. Okay, so I'm going to take my left hand cord over the holding cords, okay, and it's like an L or a number 4, and then I'm going to take my right hand cord over the top of this L cord, but then I'm going to lift all these cords up, and it's going to go up from behind and then come through that L loop. Okay, and then wherever I tie that, that will now be the loop, and this is where my spiral knots start. Okay, so I'm going to carry on and repeat that over and over again. So if I just do a few, you'll see how it begins to spiral. It's really quite repetitive, so you get into a rhythm once you're once you're doing this. And obviously you can make these as big or as small as you want. If you want to make a smaller one, then just use smaller lengths of cord. If you want to make a larger one, just use larger lengths of cord. Okay, but you can see now how it's beginning to twist on itself. I'm going to push those up there so it makes the spiral more defined. And I'm just going to carry on, because this is where some people get confused with the spiral knot. Okay, 'cause it's beginning to twist round. Okay, I'll do one more. Okay, but then what's going to happen is, rather than you twisting around, what you want to do is you want to sort of like just turn your work. So you've still got your centre 2 cords, okay, but your cords are flipped, but you're still going to do exactly the same action. It's always going to be the left cord first and then the right cord through that loop. Okay, this is the way I do it anyway. You could do a spiral with just a right cord, which is absolutely fine. It's just I naturally prefer doing the left. I suppose it depends if you're left-handed or right-handed as to what you naturally prefer. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to keep making your square knot, half square knot spiral pattern until you've got probably about 20 centimetres of the cord, of the spiral cord, and yeah, you do that now and I'll make when we're done. Okay, so now I've completed my length of the spiral knot. So I've got my loop here and I've got the spare cord down here. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to put this together to make it into a circle. So that is going to be our wreath. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of those cords from the front through the loop. Okay, so all of those cords now will be at the back. Okay, so then I'm going to turn it over. So this is the back now, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to make another half square knot just to secure the back. It's a bit fiddly, but make sure you've got your loop intact, ready to hang, and then just pull that as tightly as you can. Okay, so it looks a bit messy at the back at the moment. All right, and then, so that's a half square knot, and all I'm going to do now, where's my loop gone? Oh, there it is. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a double knot, just to keep it all secure. Okay, and then let me just do that. You might need just to spend a bit of time just making sure it's all nice and secure. Okay, so I've made sure it's all nice and secure at the back. Now what you could do, which I would probably advise, is where these end cords are, you could always finish off just by adding a dab of glue. So, and you don't have to, but it's just if you want to make it extra secure. So what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to trim those ends off because I don't want to see those. Get rid of those, and I've just got a fabric glue. This one's near the end, so I'm going to take the end off. There we go. So So, and that will dry clear, obviously, like a PVA or another glue, but this is fabric glue because I'm working with the cord. Okay, so make sure that's stuck down. Okay, you can spend longer making sure that's all ready. And there you go. You have a half square knot or spiral Christmas wreath with the metallic thread running through it. Now you could use 2 different metallics if you wanted to, or you could use a regular cord and a metallic. Choice is entirely up to you. And also, as I say, if you want to make a larger wreath, this one's probably about 6 or 7 centimetres in width. So if you want to make a larger one, just make a longer length of spiral nuts. And yeah, I think they look really pretty. Okay, if you like what you have seen, please hit the like, leave a comment, hit subscribe, and make sure your notification bell's on, and then you'll always be up to date with any new tutorials that I'm adding. There will be lots of Christmas stuff coming up, so please keep tuned. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.